Hello, my name is Laura Robert. Today we shall be looking at the topic animal nutrition. Objectives of lesson. By the end of this lesson, students should be able to 1. Define heterotrophic nutrition. 2. Define food substance. 3. List the 6 classes of food and their food substances. 4. Mention the functions of each class. 5. Define balanced diet. And 6. Define nutrient deficiency diseases and their examples. Animal nutrition involves the intake of food, its digestion, absorption, and assimilation into the body in order to supply energy and makes the body healthy. This type of nutrition is what we call heterotrophic nutrition. Animals are therefore also known as heterotrophs or consumers. Remember that animals cannot manufacture their own food themselves, but they depend on plants for food. We can conclude therefore that animals feed on food. Food is any substance, be it solid or liquid, that is eaten by animals to give them energy, help them grow and be healthy in order to carry on their life or their daily life activities. Animals as consumers can be categorized based on the kind of food that they eat. They can be grouped into 3, which are 1. Herbivores or herbivorous animals. These are animals that feed on plants like grasses, seeds or grains, vegetables, fruits, and so on. Examples of such animals are goats, antelope, elephant, sheep, and so on. The second one is carnivores or carnivorous animals. These are animals that feed on meat or the flesh of other animals such as beef, chicken, insects. Examples of such animals are lion, leopard, tigers, hyena, so we call them carnivores. The third one is omnivores or omnivorous animals. These are animals that feed on plants and they also feed on flesh of other animals. Man and pigs are common examples of omnivorous animals. Now let's look at the classes of food. There are 6 classes of food and they are 1. Carbohydrate. 2. Protein. 3. Fat and oil. 4. Vitamins. 5. Mineral salts. And 6. Water. Here is an image showing groups of food. We have water, minerals, we have vitamins, carbohydrates, we have protein, and we have fat. So we are going to be discussing them one after the other. The first one here is carbohydrate. Now carbohydrates are food nutrients made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in a ratio of 1:1. That means we have 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen. This is a formula for carbohydrates. Now there are 3 types of carbohydrates and they are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Now monosaccharides, these are made up of 1 unit of simple sugar only. Examples are glucose, fructose, and galactose. The meaning is that when carbohydrates get digested, the simplest form they can digest to is glucose, fructose, or galactose. Now let's talk about disaccharides. They are carbohydrates that are made up of 2 units of simple sugar only. Examples are lactose, sucrose, and maltose. This kind of food will still need to be broken down into monosaccharides before the body can make use of carbohydrates. The third one is polysaccharides. These carbohydrates are made up of several units of simple sugar. Examples are cellulose, starch, chitin, and glycogen. Examples of carbohydrate food are rice, potato, yam, plantain, bread, maize, flour, etc. There are so many in the environment. You eat them almost every day. So let's look at this image here. We have a plate of rice, we have potatoes, we have maize, we have yam, we have bread. All these are common food we eat in the environment and they are very rich in carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are important food as they 1. provides the body with energy for daily activities. 2. Serve to build exoskeleton and chitinate body of arthropods, like insects and crustaceans. It also produces heat needed for maintaining body temperature. Let's talk about protein. Proteins are food nutrients made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. And sometimes they can be made up of sulfur or phosphorus. Now, the simplest unit of protein is amino acid. That is, when protein are digested, they become amino acid. Now, examples of food sources of protein include groundnut, peas, chicken, beef, eggs, and fish. Function of protein. Protein helps animals to 1. Grow, 2. Repair worn out cells and tissues, 3. Aids reproduction, 4. Needed in the formation of enzymes and the formation of hormones, and 5. Give amino acids to the body. Let's talk about fat and oil. Fat and oil are food nutrients made up of carbon, hydrogen, and little amount of oxygen. Fat and oil can also be called lipids. Now, fat are solid lipids at room temperature, while oil is liquid lipid at room temperature. So, the simplest unit of fat and oil are fatty acid and glycerol. That means when fat and oil get digested, they become fatty acid and glycerol. So, examples of food sources of fat and oil include, we have oil like coconut oil, olive oil, and the rest. We have red palm oil, yes, our cooking red palm oil. We have fat from animals like duck, goose, and even chicken. We can also have fat like butter. We can have cheese, very rich in fat as well, and we can also have avocado as one food substance that is very rich in fat. Now let's look at the importance of fat and oil. Fat and oil are sources of energy to animals. They are source of heat for maintaining body temperature. And number 3 is that they also serve as solvent for dissolving fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamins. Vitamins are food nutrients that helps to keep the body healthy and are needed in small quantity. Examples of vitamins include vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Now, vitamins are categorized into 2, which are water-soluble vitamins. These vitamins are soluble in water only. That means this vitamin can be dissolved only in water before they can be made available for the body. Vitamin B and vitamin C are water-soluble vitamins. Number 2, fat-soluble vitamins. These vitamins are soluble in fat only. The meaning is that before your body or the body can have access to these vitamins, they must first of all be dissolved in fat only. Example, we have vitamin A, D, E, and vitamin K. Now, a very simple way to easily know fat-soluble vitamins for you to just say FADEC. When you say FADEC, the F there is for fat-soluble vitamin. So we have A, we have vitamin D, vitamin E, and K as example of fat-soluble vitamins. So let's look at examples of food sources of vitamins. They include fruits, palm oil, milk, eggs, liver, kidneys, etc. Here are some examples of the images of some food rich in vitamins. We have milk here, we have yogurt, we have eggs, we have sardine, we have carrots, we have watermelon, and the rest. Take your time to go through the image. The mineral salts. Yes, mineral salts are nutrients needed in small quantity in the body, which help it to develop properly and healthy. Mineral salts include iron, calcium, iodine, copper, phosphorus, magnesium, chlorine, which are mostly derived from the food that we eat. Now, here we have top 10 calcium-rich food, so that help to build our bones. We have milk, yogurt, we have soya beans, we have orange, we have almonds, we have cheese, we have lady fingers, which is okra. All these are very rich in vitamin. In short, all your vegetables are very good source of vitamin, salt, and we can also have dry fish and even palm oil as more examples. Know that vitamins and mineral salts food are needed in small quantity for the maintenance of a healthy body. Water. Yes, let's talk about water. Water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen in ratio 2:1. Water is important in the body of organism as it is needed for the following: 1. Transporting nutrients in the body. 2. Serving as solvent for water-soluble vitamins. It's also the main component of blood. It's a digestion of food in order to take place, for it to take place. It's also needed for the maintenance of body temperature. Sources of food rich in water include the normal drinking water, which we can get from rainfall, river, well, lakes, borehole, etc. These are fruit. There are also fruits that are very rich in water. We have orange, tomatoes, watermelon, vegetables, and even vegetables like water leaves are also rich in water. Balanced diet. What is balanced diet? Balanced diet is a meal that contains all the food nutrients or all the 6 classes of food in their right proportion. Alright, so in a meal, if you have carbohydrate there, you have protein there, you have vitamin, you have fat and oil, you have a mineral salt, you have water. That kind of a food or meal is a balanced diet, but it must be in their right proportion. Now, balanced diet is also known as adequate diet. The percentage of carbohydrate should be the highest among all the food classes. Now, balanced diet ensure proper growth and development. Balanced diet prevents nutrient deficiency diseases. Balanced diet helps promote immunity, therefore keeping the body healthy. This is a very good plate of balanced diet. If you want to make a meal, you can pick any of these. Now you can take maybe from the yellow side, you can take either bread, rice, potato, or pasta. Then in addition to that, you can take from the blue side maybe a cup of milk or any other dairy food. From the purple side, you can take any drink, okay, any drink. Then from the brown side, you can take either meat or fish as a source of protein. From the green side, you can take vegetables, maybe like any of them, or fruits. By the time you have all this in a meal, you know you're eating a balanced diet. Alright, let's look at nutrient deficiency disease. These are diseases that are caused as a result of lack of a certain nutrient in the body. Now, if the body lacks carbohydrate, okay, the kind of disease such a body will be suffering from is called hypoglycemia. That is low glucose in the body or in the blood. It can also lead to constant fatigue. If a body lacks protein, it can lead to what we call kwashiorkor, or can lead to another condition known as marasmus. A body that lacks vitamin A can have night blindness. Vitamin B can lead to beriberi or pellagra. Vitamin C can cause scurvy. When a body lacks vitamin C, it can have a problem of scurvy and even difficulty in healing of wounds. Then when a body lacks vitamin D, it can lead to rickets, and of course it can lead to teeth that are not strong, bones that are not strong. Okay, vitamin E, when the body lacks vitamin E, can lead to infertility or premature abortion. And when the body lacks vitamin K, it can cause inability of the blood to clot, which is known as hemorrhage. That means the body can even bleed from a very small injury because such a body does not have ability to naturally stop the blood flow. Okay, at this time I want to say we are through with our lesson, but we have what we call students activities. These are questions from this lesson. All you need to do is to attempt them to know if you actually understood the class. But if not, you can go back to the beginning of the lesson, listen to it again, and come back to this place to solve some of these questions. Okay, this is the answer to the questions. I hope you've done it, and this is time for you to mark. I also hope you have 100%. Don't forget to view, don't forget to subscribe on this channel, and don't forget to download for more videos. So at this point, I want to say thank you for joining me for this class. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful time.